Guys, welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be introducing PowerPoint, and we'll be setting up a presentation on a course basis computer. So there's two different ways you can open PowerPoint. You could hit our window key and search the PowerPoint like that, or we could use our command window and arrow and type in PowerPoint. So when you type PowerPoint in one box, you click OK. Now PowerPoint is opening. So I'm using the PowerPoint 2019 versions, and then you have to be with me so we can go together. So we're making a new presentation. So now there's the interface of the Microsoft PowerPoint, and as you know, PowerPoint is used for presentation. So we're going to review those types. So here we have the file types. We have the home type, the insert type, the transition, the drawer type, the designs, the animation, slideshows. So we're basically starting from the home type. Now here we have just one slide, and this slide is called the title slide. So I'm going to start by making the title of the presentations, which is called Basis Computer. So Basis Computer course, and which of course is then designed by me. Yeah, so here those are text boxes in PowerPoint. We can move those text boxes whatever position we wanted to move. We can apply our own format to them. So what I want to do, I just want to reduce the height of this one. I can drag it by holding it with the four-headed arrow. I can carry it up. Now I can reduce this one also. So I'm going to increase this style, the text size. So I have to come to the home type, and I have to come from here. So I want it like that. Now what I have to do, reduce it from this side, grab it, just keep it down here. But I really want to make my own design, so I'm applying my own format. So what I have to do, click on this text box, go to the shift format type. I want to put a color there, so I can go for this color. Now remember that there are rules in PowerPoint, so we have to follow those rules. And we have the 555 rules, but we have to use also a visible color. So if you see it, a black text in a blue background, is never decent. When somebody is sitting far away, they will not exactly see what you have on your presentation. So what we have to do is we recolor this text. So we find the font color from here, and then not do white. Now see, it look better. So what else we're doing? We have to apply format or effect to this shape. So we have to come back to the shape field. We have to come here, go to presets, and let's choose this one. This one look better. Or we can use the other one, presets 1. So see, now we have applied the format. So they apply another format here by going to shape field, and then I think it's not bad. Just like a custom design we're trying to make. We're not using default design. So this was the title slide. After filling the title slide, now what we can do, how can you add new slide? So two ways. From the home type, from the insert type, we can also add slides. So we have to go to the new slide option, then we have to choose our layout. So for this one, we're going for title and content. So we have to click on our title and content slide. So here we have to follow the procedure of our presentation. So next we type in the objective of the course. So going course objective. So course objective. Now what is the objective of the course? We have to list them down here. So here we have to be familiar, with the basics, components of the computer, Okay, we have to click next. Click on the enter to get. So to be able to identify the parts of a computer. Now another objective, to be aware W-A-R-E different. Disk drive. Now, to also know the function of the importing components of the computer. Okay, so these are our objectives for the particular course. So now we have to apply the format to this one. So here, if you apply format like we have formatted this, in case we want the same format on the header of our type, so what we can do, we can use the format painter. So we can click here from the home type, we can click this brush, come back to this and click here. See, the exact format that was applied on the first header is now applied here. So we can increase the size. Now we're good to go. But in case I want to change this bullet, so these are bullets, and it's also advisable that you always include bullets in your presentation. So they include bullets here. Now I want to change the style of the bullet. So I have to highlight the text. Then from the home type, I have to come here, and then I have to choose my bullet style. So I want this style, so I click on it. That increase the size a bit, so this is better. Now we have 2 slides. Now we have to hit another slide. But the next slide that is coming is using different style layout. So we have to click new slide and we have to go for to content. So we have to click to content. So here is the introduction part. So introduction, we want to apply the same header format from here. So we click here, use the format painter options, and then we just click here. Now see, we're still keeping our design. So let's start by doing the first one. So now let's see what is a computer. So computer, an electronic machine used to solve different problem. So we have to write the text accordingly. So an electronic machine used to solve different problems accordingly, according to a set of rules, set of instruction given by set of instruction given to it by a user. So I'm the user. So I'm giving the computer instruction, then the computer will execute whatever instruction that I'm giving the computer. So the computer cannot solve the problem without any instruction. It can't do anything, and it can do this thing like quickly. So quickly and easily. Now we finished typing the first part. Now we have to include image of the computer. So when you're always setting up your presentation, what you want is you want to include image of whatever you're talking about, so your presentation can get better. So here we have to insert the picture of a computer. Now how can I insert picture? So I have to go from the home type, I have to go to pictures, or from insert type I have to go to pictures. I have to click, the picture is on the device, so I have to find where it is. Now I have to click. So here I have some pictures of computer. I just have to click on the picture that I want, and I have to click insert. Now the picture is inserted, so I can drag it to the rightful position by just allowing the pointer to change with the full header arrow. So I have to grab it and then bring it this way. I can increase the size, both the width and the length, holding from the top angle. Okay, so I require another text box. So what I can do, I can double this text box. Now here we have to put the characteristic of a computer. So characteristic DE computer. So what are the characteristics of a computer? So we have to apply the bullets here. So we come here, we add our bullets. So speed is one characteristic of computer. Computer is very fast. So reliability is also one. And we have accuracy. So accuracy is also one. Storage is also one characteristics. And we have communication. So communication and then versatility. Now those are the characteristics so far. So see, we're done with this slide. So we have to hit new slide. So we're using our scene technique to go to another slide. So we come here. Now depending on the next content, we have to choose what slide. So it's the scene 2 content. Now there are two ways we can duplicate this slide. Now how can we make this one slide 2? Because we want to keep the same design here. So we can right click and click on duplicate slide. Now slide has been duplicated. So here we can now click here and write our next heading. So the main part of the computer. Yeah, so here we have to reduce the size a bit. So we go back here. Now this is okay. So here we also have to remove this picture. We should be bringing another picture. Now we have to change the text. So we're starting with the power supply. Power supply. Now what is the work of the power supply? So supply current to all parts, component. So all component are attached to the motherboard. Right, and we have to bring the image of a power supply also. So the same way, we're going back to insert, we're coming back to device, coming back for the power supply. So you have to get the picture. So we're going for the picture of a power supply. Click on insert, and we have to set our power supply here. So we can apply both to this one. Now in this text box also, we have to write something else. So we're including computer system kits. System. So the inside and the outside. So inside. And we have to bring the image of what we have specified here. So we'll go from inside, we'll go here, and then look for the case. So we have to scroll down, find the image. You have to get the image on your computer. So we want this. Now how can I carry two images at the same time in my PowerPoint presentation? I have to click on the first one and I have to find the next one. So I have to find the outside of the case. So I have to go down from here, click this one, click inside. The two images are here. I have to click and drag to see the next one. Okay, so click and click and drag. So here, so we have to bring this here. Now another one. So there's a certain part of this image we not want. So what we can do, we can crop that part. So when you click on the image, a contextual type will appear, which is the format type. You have to click on it. We have to click here, and then we have to click crop. So that remove those parts that we now want. So we now want this part. So we can click on it, hold it from this end, close it from here. Now you can reduce the size also because we wanted to fit here. So reduce the size. See, we're good to go. Now this is for this slide, and we have to hit another slide also. So we're going to do like few slides, then the other slides. Students going to end it on their own, so including the images. So here we have to go back to new slide. We're still using the two content. We can also duplicate this one, or we can go back here, and then we can go for two content. So here we have to write our next. So main parts of the computer. Continue. Right, so we have to apply the same design. So click here, use a format printer, click on the next one, and we apply it. So that reduce the size a bit. So reduce it from here. We want to fit like that. Fine, it's okay. So here we have to go now for the next one. So here, talking about the processor. So the processor, which is the brain of the computer. Okay, so it is an electronic component that execute instruction given by the user to the computer. That's it. So it's a brain of the computer. Now we have to bring the image of the processor. So what we're doing, we have to go back here, go for the pictures of the processor. So the processor look like, we have to find it. So here, so we have to click insert. Now this is the image of the processor. So get it here. Now our other text box is gone. So we can double this one, then just cross it to the right side. So here. So here we can remove the text, and we have to put the text of the motherboard. So motherboard. Now what is the motherboard? So the motherboard is the main board of the computer that hold all the component of the computer. We have to carry multiple picture also. So the same way, go back from insert, go back to here, go back to here, then I find the motherboard. So this is our computer motherboard. Then I find another image. So here, click insert. Now bring our motherboard there. Try to increase it a bit. We can also hide or increase it. So it's better like this. Okay. So I guess we are making progress. So here we have to hide another slide. So the same two content. So we can copy this shape from here. We can also paste it here. So we have to delete this one, then paste this. So the main part still continue. So we have to click here. Now we're going for the monitor. So monitor is one important component of the computer also. So monitor. The same way we can change our letter to cap. So here I want uppercase, so I can go for this. So here, so the monitor is an onboard device. Of the computer. Okay, so allow you to view user to view whatever the result of the instruction given by them. So the result of the instruction given by them. The computer. That's it. So we have to include the image of a monitor also. Now what the next one is that? This one is in the mouse. So the mouse. So mouse is an input device that is used to control the pointer on the string. Okay, so we can use the mouse to do our left click and our right click. Okay, So now we have to carry the image of the monitor. So we come back to insert, come back to pictures, go for the picture. So here we have to find monitor. So there are a lot of monitor images. We can carry this one. So insert, see, bring the monitor down here. This is it. So here we have to bring those pictures of the mouse also. So there are a lot of different mouse pictures there. So if I want to bring all of them, now I just have to click, hold the control key to highlight more than one image. So here, click this one. Now it was named after this one, the mouse. So we have the wireless. So insert. Now they're all here. So we have to click somewhere else. Then we have to set them one by one. So here like that. So here like this. Now do it like the knees. So do it like that. So now this image is showing the left mouse body or the left click and the right click and also the stroke wheel. So that was it for this slide, and we have to hit another slide. So we have to click here. So we have to click and then go back this way. Now we want that same header from here. So come here, click on it. So Control C. Don't let the cursor blink. So you have to click on it like this and do Control C to copy it. We have to go here, we have to paste. That's it. So the part still continue. So we have to go to the next one. So here we have to look at the keyboard. So the keyboard, the computer. As we all know, there are two types of keyboard: standard keyboard and enhanced keyboard. Now the difference is standard keyboard have from F1 function key to F10, while the enhanced keyboard have from F1 to F12. Okay, so we're going to bring the image of a keyboard. So let's look at keyboard. So we have to go all in cap. So keyboard. What is a keyboard? So keyboard is an input device that is used to input data. Like when I type what I'm typing now, I'm using the input device, the keyboard, to type whatever data that I'm typing here. So to type data into the computer. That's it. So we have to bring the image of a keyboard. Now let's look at this side. What are some of the important keys? So we're going here. So important key. So here we have to bring the image of the keyboard. So we're going back from insert, we're going back from pictures. See, we'll point directly to that folder. So we have to find our keyboard. So here, then we also have to scroll back, holding the control key, click inside. So we have to reduce the size of this keyboard by holding it from this angle. So this size is okay, we just bring it here. That's it. So here we have to insert some of those important keys, and as we all know, the shift key, the backspace, the enter key, the space bar, those are important keys. So we're just going to include some of them. So here we can do mirror alignment, and then we can apply bold to the text also. Okay, so let's go for those pages. So we come back here. Now go downward. So we're going to find those keys. So we have our shift key here. We have our shift key. We have our enter key. So it's one important key also. So let's find the other components. So downward. And then this, that's the enter. Let's look for the space bar. So carefully just scroll through. Okay, now that inside those two. So click back, click here. We have the shift key. So we have the shift key, we have the enter key. There's also another key. So let's look for the space bar key. That's one important key also. So back to here, let's find it. So here is it. So insert, I'm going to have to keep it here. Okay, so those are important keys on the keyboard. Control also. Control key is also important. So this is okay. Now we have to hit the next step. So we have to now go back here. So inside also we can find our new slide option. So click here, and we have another content tab. So we have to go for hide disk. So hide disk drive. So hide disk drive. It's commonly called XDD. So XDD, the computer. Hard disk drive of the computer. Now we have to apply the same format for our design. So come back here, go back here. I'll use our format printer. So see, design is applied. So we have to reduce the text size. So come here. This is okay. And we can do mellow alignment. So it's okay. Now we have to go here. So this one is like one content tag. So instead of two, and we can change the layout. So how can we change the layout of this type? We have to right click now, go to the layout option, and then go back for title and content. So this is okay. Now it change. So easily you can just change. So here, look, go for the hide disk. So XDD. Now what is the hide disk? So hide disk is the permanent storage or the permanent memory. Permanent storage device of the computer. DEVICE of the computer. So it's a permanent storage device of the computer that is used to store our data. For a long period of time. That's why it's called permanent. For so we have to specify also the image of the hard drive. So in case you check the automatic storage device HDD, they don't know exactly what it is. So we have to include the image. So here we have to go back to our folder. Then we just have to find the image of the hard drive. So we have to scroll downward, find hard drive. So here it's one image. That's like the inside part. So we have to go back for the other part. Carefully scroll through. So I'm not inside this one. So we have all two on this one. So this one is showing SSD instead of HDD. So the SSD is the fastable, is the fast drive more than this one, because this disc have a turnable pad and this one does not have turnable pad. So reading and writing data to this disc is more faster than this. Okay, so that was for the hard disk. Now we have few slide more to go. Don't worry, we'll show end. So we have to go back for new slide. So we're using this one. So let's just duplicate the slide by right clicking and clicking on duplicate. And we have duplicated slide 8. So we have it now slide 9. So we have to remove those components by just deleting it. So we have to apply our header. So here it's going to be the RAM. So we're going here for RAM. That's a random access memory. So the RAM of a computer. So the RAM of the computer and what it is. So random access. So random access memory. Now what it is. So this one have to be kept. So we just highlight, go back here, and go back for uppercase kept. So that's it. So what is the RAM? So RAM is a short or it's a primary memory. It's a primary memory or storage device. I gotta be consistent. So it's a primary storage device of the computer. Okay, that can store data for a short period of time. Only when the computer is on, your RAM can save data. So when you type into the computer and you didn't save, you might likely lost whatever you have there, because the RAM is just primary. Only save it when there's current. Okay, so that's it. Now we have to include the image of the RAM. So there are different type of RAM depending on the space of the notches. So we have PC1, we have PC2, we have PC3, we have also PC4. So that brings some pictures of PC3 so you can look at it. So we have to find, so this is PC3. Okay, there are different type of it also. So we have SODIMM, we have DIMM, we have different type of the RAM. So now include those images. So this is PC4 and this is PC3. So this one is for desktop and this one is for laptop. That's it for the RAM. So I hit the next type. So we have to hit the next type. Now let's go for those accessories. So we go in this one. So computer accessories. So RIEX. So let's go for computer accessories. So what we want to do is we have to apply the same format from here. So we use our format printer, then we click like this. So let's see if we can increase the size and make it bold. So it's okay like this. Now let's look at some of the accessories. So we go for data use by computer installed on a different type of drive in the storage now. So we have to specify. So here we have, now let's go for our bullets. So here we have the first one, which is the CD, and CD, and then slash the chip. It's also sometimes called SD card. So SD card. So another one we have is a tip drive. So we have tip drive. So we have the tip drive, and we also have our CD-ROM. So here we have our CD-ROM. So we have CD-ROM. And I'll go for the images of those drives. So we come back here. Now let's scroll down. So here, this one is for this one. So here, there's an extended drive. So here, and I'll go for tip drive. So tip drive is a kind of way back storage device. But then when we didn't have USB, we were using the tip drive. That was very slow. So let's find a tip drive. That's the image. So this is, that's a modem. Let's find a tip drive. Okay. So this is a tip drive. So click here. Now I'm gonna bring it here, showing that this is a tip drive. And I'll go for the CD-ROM. So back to our pictures. We have to go back here. And we have to go for our CD-ROM. So back here. Now, this is a CD-ROM. So this one is okay. See. So we go to go. Now I'm gonna hit the next type. So from here, we have to hit this one. So let's look at modem. Let's look at our USB drive. So modem, then USB drive. Now let's apply our same design. So from here, back here. So go like this. And what are USB? So they call universal serial box. Universal serial box. That's a USB. So what it is a on-the-go storage device. Meaning you can save your data on the USB and you can carry along with you whenever you're going. So we can use it. So we should have it like this. So it's used to save our data on the go for a long period of time. So for a long period of time, I already had it too. That's what's fine. Okay, so the capacity are between 2 GB and 2 terabyte. So let's go for the modem. So modem is one device used to convert analog to digital and then digital to analog. So it goes vice versa. So we have to make this one cap. So we have to just do it from here. So modem is used to convert analog singular to digital singular. So we have to carry the image of a modem. So they carry the image of a USB drive. So from here, I have to go back here. So they'll carry this one. Let's see. Now we also have USB drive. So we have to click on them one by one. So here, they come with different sizes and different look also. So we have the other one that can go on the phone. It's called the OTG, on the go. So we have to go for the modem also. So we have to go here. So they're used for internet, converting the analog signal from the tower to your computer, because the computer only understands digital language, which is the zeros and ones. So the modem now can convert the signal, so your computer can have access to the internet. So they'll go for this. I'll find the other modem. So other modem is here. So we have to now set our images. So it's good. Try to increase our font size. Okay, so now we have 11 slides. So we just have one more slide to go that have to do with the memory unit. So data saved on our computer, they save in a particular unit, and those units are of different type depending on the size of the data. So the more the size, the different unit it can bring. So let's look at. So we have to choose a blank. We have to use a title only slide. So we have to click title only. Then we have to bring this bar from here. So let's go for this. And then let's go back down here and just paste it there. So here we're going memory unit. So here, so memory unit. Okay. Now here we have to insert table. Now how can I insert table in PowerPoint? So what I have to do, go back for insert and just select the amount of rows and columns that I want. So here I just want 2 rows. So here, now I'll show you how you can increase the rows. So I want something like this. Now I can drag it from this side. See, that's it. So here, you can also make it fit somewhere here. We just have to double click here to type. So we're starting with 1 bit. So 1 bit is equal to 0, 0, all 0 or 1. So that's it. Now the next one. So they'll go for 4 bits. So 4 bits. 4 bits is equal to 1 nibble. Those are the units. So we should have it here. So 4 bits is equal to 1 nibble. That's it. Now we need another rules. So what we have to do, just press the type while the cursor is blinking in the last cells. We just have to press type and we'll get added columns. So here we have to go for the 8 bits. So 8 bits. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. So here I have to type. You can use type also. So it's equal to 1 byte. This will go to 1 byte. And then let's go on. So now let's go 1024 bits is equal to, so we're going for byte now. So is equal to 1 kilobyte. So 1 KB. So 1 kilobyte. At the KB. Now just press type. You have another column added. Let the cursor blink here and you just press type. So another column will be added. So there go 1024 KB is equal to now 1 watt. So just use the type to go to the next cell. So it's equal to 1 MB. That is megabyte. So hit our type again, go to next cell. Now 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB. So 1 GB. So it's gigabyte. So 1 gigabyte. Now hit type again, go to the next. So 1024 gigabyte. So GB is equal to 1 terabyte. So 1. So 1 terabyte, that's 1 GB. That's it. So just hit type again. If you click enter, it will increase the weight of this cell. So we don't want it like that. So just do type. So 1 TB also. So no, 1024 TB is equal to 1 petabyte. So 1 PB. So 1 PB, which is petabyte. Those are the various units. So what I know is you just know about the megabyte and the gigabyte and terabyte, but you don't know about petabyte. So 1024 terabyte is equal to 1 petabyte. Now 1024 petabyte is also equal to hexabyte. So 1024 hexabyte, which is the now PB is equal to 1 hexabyte. So EB, which is 1 hexabyte. So we close it, then hit type again. 1024 EB is equal to 1 ZB. That's zettabyte. Just go to 1 ZB. So we have ZETTA zettabyte. Now close it. Now hit again. Another unit we have is 1024. So 1024 ZB is equal to what? 1 YP. That's a yottabyte. So it's equal to 1 YP. Now yottabyte. So YOTTA BYT. Close it. We have another one. So now 1024 YP is equal to what? Is also equal to 1 bronobyte. So 1 BB. Yeah. Bronobyte. Brontobyte. That's it. So we have the last one now. So this is the last. So here we have geobyte. So 1024 bronobyte, that's BB, is equal to 1 yottabyte. So yottabyte is the geobyte is the highest. So it's equal to 1 GEO. So GB. So GOB. So in parentheses, GOB. So that's it. So these are the units of measurement. Now, if we insert the table, we can format it different way. So if you click on the table, now you see the design type. So here, we can choose whatever design you want the table to carry. So whatever design that I want, I just click on it. But this design is okay for me. So this one should be megabyte. Okay. So that was for it. Now we have to include, whenever you prepare your presentation, you have to include the last slide, which is the thank you slide. So we have to make one slide for thank you. So we can duplicate the slide, or we can go here. Just go for this slide. So here we can click, and then we can go for the thank you slide. So thanks. We did tell the audience thank you for the time. So thanks for your time. That's it. Then what we can do, we can, depending on the different way you can format the thank you slide. So depend on you. So what I can do here, I can go for one shift. So I can go here and go for this shape. What's the shape? So here. So I can draw this shape. Now I can change the direction of this part. I can apply different fill color. So like that. So this is not bad for me. Now there's another thing we have to apply to this presentation. We finish setting it up now, but we have to apply transition. So transition is the way the slide has been introduced. So we have to click on the first type. We have to go to the transition type. So here we have to choose our transition. So if we click here, those are different transitions. Now if we apply one of them, we will see the effect. We see the preview of the transition we're applying. So whatever transition you're applying here, you just have to click on it. So let's try one of them. Like let's go for this. So this one is called greater. Now we have to, whenever you apply transition to the slide, you have style attached to the slide number. So slide number 1, I have a slide or a style on it. So we have to apply to all now, the same transition. So we have to click on apply to all. So you see everything is having style. Now if we do the F5 to see our preview, now see there's the preview. So all of the slide going to be introduced the same way. Now we still have it on mouse click, so we have to click the arrow key on the keyboard or click the mouse before we can go. When I'm in presentation mode, I want to move from there. What I have to do, press escape. So escape will carry me back. That was for the transition. We can increase, we can add a default sound here. We can add our own sound also here. Or we can go for another look at the direction. So how fast or how slow you want a transition to happen. If you increase the number, transition will be slow. So if we do preview here, okay, if you increase the number, transition will be slow. If you decrease the number, transition will be fast. That's it. So you can apply sound. Now when you apply the transition, you got to do apply to all. Now there's another option this way saying on mouse click. If you leave it like this, you have to click the mouse when you're in slideshow mode before the next slide can show. But if you uncheck this one and specify after, so after how many seconds or how many minutes you want. So we have the hour, we have the minute and the seconds. So if I specify 5 seconds here, if I do F5, and I have to click the mouse again because I uncheck the mouse click. So after 5 seconds, next slide will count. So that's for the transition direction. Now let's go back. So let's look at another type, which is the design type. So design, there are default design available, but here we make our own design. Okay, but if you want to choose any default design, what you have to do, just click on it, then just choose the default design. You see, default design is applied. So there are a lot of them. So any one you want, just click on it. Now you have to modify your way. So this one will one default design. In case I want to use it, it still look nice here. But in case I want a default design, then I have to go back to my design. So here, I'm still keeping my design. Okay. So let's look at another type, which is the animation type. Now animations are applied on object. So if you're not selecting any objects, you will not see the animation type, the option available. So here you can click the object. So as soon as you click object, now you see the animation showing. So here we have to select. So animation have to do it how the the object is being introduced, how the object is coming, whether it's flying up. So this one is fly in. Now you see that? So this one is fill. So this one is appear. So you have to choose your kind of animation that you want. So I want a spin. If I click on spin, see what happened? The spin. If I apply the animation here, I want the same animation on another object. What I have to do, use the animation painter. So here is animation. Okay, I'll click on it again. So animation painter is here. To copy this animation from here and paste it on the one. Now let's try. Animation is applied, that's why it's showing one here. So you can apply more than one animation on one object. So let's copy the animation from there by clicking here and clicking on this one. See, the same animation from there is applied here. So they both have the same animation. So it's not compulsory that you have the same animation for all of the object inside the presentation. So you can choose different animations. So in case this one, I wanted to maybe round on bar like this, or I wanted to view like that. So whatever animation that you want to apply, you just click on it and then click on apply. Now it's already applied here. If you want to add the same animation to this one, then we'll go for the animation painter. So we click on this one, click on the animation painter, click on this one. See, it's applied like that. So that is for the animation. Now when you apply animation also, you can set the direction. So if we click here, we see direction. It's on mouse click. We can do after previous, meaning after the animation of this one play, this one should also play. So here we can decrease the time to make it fast or increase it to make it slow. We also have the delay here. So if we set up the time after previous here, now let's do the preview. So let's do preview. So after this one, that is about the after. That's it. So that was it. Now to do our slideshow, what we can do F5. So F5 will carry up to the slideshow mode starting from the first slide. So you see that? I apply animation after. So after this one will happen. So it's kind of amazing, you know. PowerPoint is kind of simple thing. It's not difficult, but we have to follow the rules. So let's look at another thing that we can do to the presentation. Now let's look at the slideshow type. So from slideshow, if I'm on the fourth slide and I want the presentation to show from here, slide to show from here, I can go for it. Start from current slide. If I do like this, see, it started from the slide 4. That's it. But in case I want to start from the beginning, from slideshow, I have to go for start from beginning. So you see here, the show starts from the very first slide. If I'm in a slideshow mode, I want to go back, I have to use the escape key to go back. Okay. Now let's look at custom slideshow. So here we can set up a slideshow custom. I have now 13 slides, but in case I want just few number of slides to be inside the presentation, then I have to do a custom slideshow. So what I have to do, come here, custom slideshow, go for custom. Now I have to click on new. So you have to select, you first type the name, so it show 1. You have to select those slides that you wanted to be part of the presentation. So maybe I want the 1, I want the 2, I want the 3, the 4, and the 5. And then I want 8, I want 9, I want 10, 11, and 12. So these 2 slides will be excluded out of that particular show. So if I click on I, they all added. Now if I click on OK, and if I click on show, the slideshow will now include 6 and 7 because they were excluded. So if I click on show now, see, it will go all the way to the end. We will not see those 2 slides that are now part of the show because this show is the custom slideshow. So hit back using our escape key. Now let's look at another thing. So when we are in slideshow mode, there are other features that we can use. So let's hit back. So let's try to click with our mouse. Now see, there's options available here. There's an arrow. This one will go to next slide. This one will go to a previous slide. So next slide here. So they're also available there. Next slide. Now we have pen here. So this pen can allow us to write by choosing just any color here while the presentation is going on. Maybe you want to specify something. So you can use the pen feature from here to just write whatever you want to write. But if we go to next slide, now, see, pen. So we can do our eraser also. We can erase whatever we have right there. So let's go back here and look at other options. So here, we have one dot showing here. So in case I'm in a particular show and want to show another one, so I can go here to custom show. We only have one, but in case we had another one, we can click on it. It will also show. We have another option saying present show presenter view. If we click this option, the slide that is above to show will be ready on this side. So this is the presenter view. If I click the arrow now, this one you see it here. The next one is available here. That is it for the presentation, for the slideshow, and for the presenter view. So here we can go back here and then not do our escape. So let's do escape and come back here. So that was it. Let's look at the review type also. So our slide can show in different slideshow view. If we look at the starter type from here, let's click this one, slide sorter. So the slide sorter arrange our slide in a thumbnail view. That's why we're seeing like this. So if we hit by here also, this one is another mode. So here we can just click to just go through our slide. After we now want, click on escape. So far so good. That was it for this video, and I urge you to subscribe to my channel to get notified of more upcoming video. So there are a lot of things that we can do in PowerPoint, and basically as times go by, we're still going to make those videos. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.